Dan with C Inside Sewer Scope at 2785 South Harrison Street. Access point's going to be 3-inch ABS cleanout here in the crawl space. Right as you walk into the crawl space, go directly in front of you, down this little walk path, and you will hit the cleanout within the floor. Our objective, check the main line and ensure proper flow for waste and water getting out to the city sewer. Go ahead. We're going to be ABS plastic for about 5 to 10 feet, and we will transfer over to a cast iron line, which is right in front of us, right there. That transition is well connected. I don't see any movement, no leaking, and no buildup. So it passes all the tests. A good transition there to cast iron. Cast iron looks to be in pretty good shape. We do see some rusting issues, but that's to be expected. Right now we're following the lines on the side of the pipe, which is more or less giving us the flow of waste and water getting out to the city sewer. With the home inspection going on upstairs, we do know that the hold on, stay back. Okay, we do know that the house has had plenty of water ran through it, so if we see anything standing, we can kind of evaluate that and see if there's any low spots. Right now, we are going through the foundation wall. We are outside the foundation wall, and we do see a little bit of roots here. Go ahead and go forward. So we're actually transferring over to clay right there. Go ahead. And taking a turn. We're probably going to see roots every 2 to 3 feet at those unions because it's a male to female connections with clay lines. And with that being said, it doesn't screw together or glue together, so it does seep a slight bit of water no matter who's installed it, where it's done, and then it attracts roots. So, but more or less, it's holding it's formed pretty well. I don't see any movement within these unions. And you're getting these little dips right here, and that's just because a 2-foot section of the line is slightly deflected to take a turn like this is right here. So those fittings are backed out, and so it's retaining about a 1/4 inch of water in some of these unions, but it's doing just fine. Keep going. So nothing I've seen so far concerns me with the sewer line. Very typical. We are getting to be about a 1/2 inch of water there and back down. So it's very common that we're going to find these water groupings. With that being said, you don't want to start using Drano for cleaning with the sewer line. You're going to put down the Drano. It's going to get to those little water spots, drop down to the bottom of the sewer, and eat up the pipe. So try not to use any Drano. Stop, go back. Right here, go forward a little bit. Okay, so right there in front of you, on the other side of that union, you see a slight crack on the left side of the pipe. That is called a pressure crack. It has not shown any movement, is not leaking anything more than what the union already is, and it's not letting anything infiltrate the line as far as roots. So that is not a concern. It is a pressure crack. We don't know if it was done yesterday or the day it was installed, but we do know it's still holding the integrity of the line. Keep going. A little bit more roots in front of us. I want to push a little. Okay, there you go. Looks like we got a pretty big root bulge right there, which is helping hold that water behind. Push. Got up to about 1 3/4 water. Not a bad thing. It's those roots trying to help that back, and it's probably sitting a little level in this area. So like I said, grease, paper towels, anything heavy being put on the sewer line is going to kind of get caught up in that area, especially with those roots coming down. So just try and stay away from anything heavy going on the sewer line. Back it up and go forward. And that will help the life of the line as well as the function of it. Diving down to meet the city depth. Slow down. Okay, right there we see another pressure crack where the roots are coming in. It is not a concern as well because it's not showing any movement and is not leaking and or isolating any pieces of the sewer. So we'll keep going forward. And right here we're going to dive down, and right there is your city tap. Now at the tap we do have another pressure crack. The city line has been relined, it looks like. Now we actually have 2 cracks coming in here. One going a 360 degree around it, as well as one coming from the top and slicing down the center of it. It's not showing any movement, so I'm not seeing any major concern at this point. It's a little alarming just because it's at the tap, but it does look, go forward, like the city has already came through. Oh, back up a little bit more. Yeah. And done a relining, and they've already passed that off. So, not a big problem here. It's not like it's going to give away in the next day or so. It would be nice to maybe see a little bit of credit just for the fact that if you do have to replace the city tap, it's not coming completely out of your line or out of your funds, because when you buy this sewer, you're going to have to own that flaw. And since it's already been there before you're buying the house, you might want to let it be known that it is a slight bit of a concern for the fact that it is cracked. It's not leaking, letting any roots come in for that section, and it's not moving at this point. But so it's still working, getting waste from point A to point B, but it's just a little scary seeing the crack of the tap. So I will be marking this in the sewer line, or in the report, as a minor caution. And other than that, the sewer line's in pretty good shape. Thank you very much. This concludes the video. Cast iron to clay, 88 feet. We do have some ABS in the very beginning. We got some roots. Probably needs a root cleaning within the next 12 months. Keep up with those cleanings every 18 to 24 months. And the sewer line should be good. Maybe you want to get a view, a scope of the camera, or the sewer line every few years or so, just to see if this tap is moving at all. Other than that, all is okay. Thank you. This concludes the video.